This video provides an introduction to Schlage's key systems. The information in this video comes from two sources: the Key Systems, Cylinders, and Keys Reference Guide and the Primus Service Manual. Both documents provide you with greater detail on the topics we'll introduce in this video. And when the video is finished, you will understand how to read this diagram. With so much information, it is too small to see clearly, but you will learn how the three families, open, restricted, and high security, work together to offer a full range of options. Let's begin by defining some terms, the building blocks we will use throughout the video. This will make sure we have a common understanding of the way Schlage uses these basic terms. The first terms are keyways and key sections. Keyway refers to the opening in the cylinder where the key goes, and key section refers to the shape of the key. Schlage pin tumbler keyways have been in use for many years. The classic open keyways are called the obverse family. These include C, E, and others. The C keyway is probably the most widely used keyway in the industry. Everest and the newest patented version, Everest 29 keyway families, have both open and restricted keyways and key sections. Everest and Everest 29 systems of cylinders and keys utilize a patented undercut groove on one side of the key section and a check pin in the cylinder to ensure that the undercut groove and associated lip exist on the blank. Everest 29 keys work by lifting the check pin with the undercut groove when the key is inserted into the cylinder. This allows the key to turn and the lock to open. This patented interaction ensures the integrity of the system at every opening. While Everest and Everest 29 are keyway families, Primus and Primus XP are technologies. The Primus XP cylinder is a conventional Schlage cylinder with a few modifications. A sidebar and finger pins are added to the conventional cylinder to provide additional security. The Primus or Primus XP key has a secondary bitting on the side of the blade to accommodate the finger pins. When the key is inserted, each of the side bit cuts lifts the finger pin and rotates it so that the notches in the sidebar align with the notches in the back of the finger pins. When all notches on the sidebar and back of the finger pins are aligned, and the regular pins are aligned at the shear line, the plug is free to rotate. This secondary bitting and the use of the side pins make this lock more resistant to picking. Primus and Primus XP cylinders can be incorporated into any system using classic obverse, Everest, and Everest 29 full-size keyways, including master keyed systems, with no adverse effects on the system's expansion. You have a choice of cylinders. The conventional cylinders, such as the key and lever, full-size interchangeable core, and small format interchangeable core, are available to meet your system's need. Backwards compatible is an idea not confined just to key systems. Backwards compatible means the newest version of the item will work with older models. So if these shapes were keyways, you can see that the newest one will fit entirely into the original, but the original will not fit into the newest version. This is how Schlage's Everest keys work. The new Everest 29 will work with previous Everest cylinders, but the previous Everest keys will not work in the new Everest 29 cylinders. Schlage's key systems can be organized into three families: open, restricted, and high security. Keyways in the open family can be purchased and keys made by anyone. The open family has two branches: the classic obverse keyways including the C and Everest. Within the Everest branch, there is the C123 branch. This branch is the original Everest branch, and C123 is the default keyway. The S123 branch is the Everest 29 side. S123 is the default keyway. Note that there are other keyways available on both sides, but the default is what you get if you don't specify a particular keyway. Also note that Everest 29 is backwards compatible with the original Everest systems. This allows users to keep their key systems current with the latest, longest, patent-protected keyways. Now that you've been introduced to the open family, Let's move on and look at the restricted family. The restricted family will require more formalities to purchase. In our restricted systems, we typically require a letter of authorization or participation in our web-based order validation process. The Forms and Examples section of the price book shows samples. As we look at the left side of the diagram, we have the full-size IC core as well as what we call a standard cylinder, which everybody is familiar with. Because those are restricted, we give them a different keyway from the open keyway. In the FSIC and standard cylinders, we have the D and T keyways. D is old-style Everest keyway, and the T is the Everest 29. And it shows the Everest 29 is backwards compatible. So the T works in all the D cores and the cylinders, but the D key will not work in the T cores and cylinders. On the FSIC side, we show two keyways. The B is the old Everest. R is the new Everest 29 system. And again, the new R is backwards compatible with the B system. The newest member of this section is Everest 29 SL. Everest 29 SL is a cylinder that uses the SFIC keyways, but fits in the full-size body. It is important to note that unless it states in the letter of authorization that the letter is to be in effect until terminated by the end user, letters of authorization will need to be updated about every 6 months. We have now looked at the open and restricted families. Next is the high security family. The high security family has two branches. The first one we'll look at is the dealer-controlled inventory side. Dealer-controlled systems are sold and serviced by the locksmith or dealer who sold the system. End users must order keys and request servicing through the original dealer. In the dealer-controlled inventory branch, there are two sides. The first is the classic C and Primus XP side. Note that these are backwards compatible with conventional cylinders in the same keyways by adding a number 7 finger pin. This allows end users to update their classic keyway systems with high-security Primus XP without having to change their entire key system. The other side is for Everest. Everest 29 with Primus XP technology added. Dealers and locksmiths can start one of the available dealer-controlled levels by agreeing to a dealer contract and submitting an inventory stocking level appropriate for the level of exclusivity granted by the level. Each level offers the dealer or locksmith different exclusivity that they can then in turn offer to their customers. Levels 1, 1 Plus, and 2 are for Primus in the classic obverse keyways, and levels 7 and 8 are for Everest with Primus technology. Level 1 offers no exclusivity. All dealers and locksmiths in this level have the same size bitting. Level 1 Plus offers exclusivity based on the first 3 digits of the zip code. The dealer's side bitting will be exclusive in that zip code region. Level 2 offers time zone exclusivity. The dealer's side bitting will be exclusive to their time zone. Level 7 for Primus XP is exclusivity based on the first 3 digits of the zip code for the Everest and Everest 29 keyway families. Level 8 for Primus XP is exclusivity based on the time zone for the Everest and Everest 29 keyway families. The second branch of the high security branch is the end user controlled side. In this branch, the end user registers with Schlage and purchases keys and cylinders through our network of dealers and distributors. On this branch, the end user may cut their own keys. This inventory control system is most often appropriate for larger organizations. Each purchase requires authorization from the end user in the form of either an original signed face sheet or an electronic face sheet generated through Schlage's web-based order validation tool. Like the dealer-controlled levels, the end-user controlled levels have 2 keyway family types, one for classic Primus XP and another for Everest and Everest 29 Primus XP technology. The classic Primus XP side has 2 levels, each with 2 types of exclusivity. Level 3U is universal, no exclusivity, and only requires a purchase of less than 60 cylinders. Level 3G offers geographic exclusivity based on the first 2 digits in the zip code. This level requires the purchase of between 60 and 2,000 cylinders. Level 4Z offers time zone exclusivity and requires a purchase of 2,000 to 4,000 cylinders in a 2-year period. Level 4N offers nationwide exclusivity and requires the purchase of over 4,000 cylinders in a 2-year period. On the Everest side, there is just one level, Level 9. Level 9 is available in the Everest and Everest 29 keyways with universal, geographic, time zone, and nationwide levels of exclusivity with the same purchase requirements. Now you've seen how the open, restricted, and high security families work together to provide the level of security you may need. The information we have shared comes from the Primus Service Manual and Schlage Key Systems, Cylinders, and Keys booklet. In these booklets, you will find more in-depth information on topics reviewed like cylinder mechanisms, construction and operating principles, keyway and key control, keyway options, and the classic Primus and classic Primus XP keyways. Both these booklets are available from our website or from your sales representative.